What you're looking at is the end of my property line, about 90 feet away. So I have 90 feet of storefront, 90 feet of store window. If you can imagine anybody that's on the board of the golf course or on the board of the HOA or on the town board here in Buckeye, try to imagine I got a 90-foot glass window that runs all the way from that hedgerow all the way to there. Just imagine it was all glass. Now, let me show you where the tee box is today. This is the men's senior silver tee box. Any man who doesn't want to play the next tee, the women's tees, his first tees that he can play after the women's tees are these tees right here. So any brand new men that have never touched the golf club, never had a lesson, don't practice, never go to the range, they figure they're going to warm up on the front nine to get ready for the back nine. They're not really out here for score. By the fifth hole, they throw the scorecard away because they've had 5 or 10 unintended accidents where they've hit the ball out of bounds 4 or 5 times, hit it in the people's lot 4 or 5 times because they're struggling. They have no clue how to play the game. Now, for the first day they're out on this golf course, let me show you where they should be playing from. You're going to see a little yellow stake down there. Those are the executive tees. That's the ball drop tee. If you hit one in the lake, immediately after you hit one in the lake, you come up here, you drop a ball, and you play from there, and you've got maybe a 30, 40 yardie shot to the green. Okay? Okay, I'm going to make this statement for all the hot shots on the board. All you golfers, I'll say the prototype for you is Charlie Waters. Okay? The prototype for whoever's on the board right now who thinks that this golf course is the greatest thing since ham and eggs and peanut butter. Try to imagine trying to entertain friends or having children unattended in this backyard might be like on a daily basis when you're selling 250 rounds to the biggest morons in golf. I can't, you know, I'm going to tell you a story. Andy, you may be old enough to remember this. I know a lot of the old guys on the board remember this. Anybody who's been a fan of golf in the last 25 years, and I loved it. I loved golf so much that I bought 3 houses. The first time in my life I ever had a bill was when I took and bought 3 houses here, 1 for cash and 2 with mortgages 15 years ago. Now I got a lot invested here. I've given the HOA board probably over $40,000. If you were to sit down and map it out over the 15 and a half years, they've gotten over $35,000 to $40,000 from me in dues. Now, getting back to the golf story, I want to tell you, this guy's going to move that back and to the right. He isn't helping me a bit. He isn't helping me a bit today. He thinks he's helping me by keeping it in the middle of the tee box. That doesn't do a thing for me. I'm still in range and down range of some of the most dangerous people in the world swinging golf clubs here at Sundance. Now, I showed you that set of tee box up there, okay? The executive tees, I'm going to challenge you, Andy. I bet you all your big boomers, all your young grip and rip, 20 to 35 years old or 20 to 40 years old, if you gave them free golf for today, if they could shoot par from all the executive tees, let's just say, if you bring in a par card where you shot par or below from the executive tees, we'll give you a free round of golf. The cart and the thing will be free. Andy, you won't have to worry about giving away one free cart. Or anybody on the board, anybody in golf will understand you're not going to give away anything by making that offer. Of all the grip and rip people that got up on that tee box today, not one of them has ever shot a par round in golf. Not one of them. You're going to tell me that somebody that's standing up there, that's standing like 5 feet from the ball, his arms are out straight, he doesn't turn, it's all arm swing, he takes 25 practice swings, and when he gets up to the ball, it takes him like 15 minutes to finally pull the trigger. Right? Now, put that guy on the executive tee, on every tee in the golf course, and you haven't got to worry. He's playing long game. You start out, everybody on the tee, I want to learn how to play golf, so you put a driver in your hand, you take him out to the tee, and you go, let's see if you can hit it 250 yards. All right, that's the first shot you teach the guy how to play. All right? You should bring him. That day when I told you when you were playing in a group, that might have been a group, one of your students you were playing with when he hit my house. And I've got a YouTube video of Andy telling me, yeah, I saw him hit your house. It was harmless. It was unintentional, and it was an accident. That's what Andy said on the phone. He goes, it was an unintentional accident. Really, I don't have a problem with it. Well, Andy, you just recently married. I don't know if you've started a family yet, but try to imagine, Andy, would you let your kids come out here and play all day long? Would anybody on the board, the chief of police, hey, how about you, Craig Hustis? Would you let your grandchildren come out here and play all day with this performance going on? You can't believe the rabble, the riffraff, the mediocre, these people crawl out of gutters to come out here and grab. And the thing of it is, this is Midwest. It has a Midwest vibe to it. This whole golf course has one big Midwest vibe. You know what that Midwest vibe is? Denim. Denim and blue jeans. I've played with people from the Midwest. You book a tee time with them, you get all dressed up, you're neat, you shave, you've got a collared shirt on, you show up, and this guy from the Midwest shows up with no collar shirt on and blue jeans to play golf with you. Now, I wasn't allowed on the driving range once because I had a work shirt on from America West. I was working for America West. I had my work uniform on, a no-collar t-shirt. The day before, I had given the golf shop about $800 for use of the driving range. The next morning I went in, and this little guy named John behind the counter said, I can't let you out there. This was 15 years ago. There was nothing here. Walmart wasn't here. Fry's wasn't here. Watson Road was a goat trail. Okay? Nothing between Watson Road, between I-10 and Yuma. Absolutely nothing. That's how rural and bucolic it was. We were out in the middle of nowhere. I show up after giving this guy $800 the day before, and he won't let me on the golf. He won't let me hit golf balls on the range because I don't have a collared shirt on. This was 15 years ago. Now the sad thing in how you've cheapened golf, this cheapens golf. This gives golf a bad name. This is going on the internet. Okay? I want to know why I have to walk point here every day for every mediocre golfer. Now, you've made a ton of money on this golf course over the years. You can get all kinds of tax breaks, and you can put people to work. And Andy, you got a chance to put your signature on a new par 3 hole out here. All you got to do is take all this bullshit here that threatens every property up here, that is just cause for every golfer that has a mistake. When they have an accident, here's what goes through every golfer's head. when they hit a ball in my yard, the first thing they do is walk up to the property line, and they walk down the property line looking in everybody's yard. They're like the Vikings in the commercial. Now, I had an incident. I had the police. I called the police. I even have a video of a golfer assaulting me. I had my camera set down at the other end. And one morning a guy hit a ball. He hit a ball about 5 or 6 houses down. Okay? It went into somebody's property about 75 yards down. And he knew it went down that far. But you know where he started walking? He walked directly from that tee box up to my property line where that chair is and started scrutiny. He was going to scrutinize every property line and every lot all the way down to his ball about 100 yards down. And if he saw a ball in anybody's yard, it's proper etiquette here to step over the line. It's called the Sundance two-step. I got the Sundance two-step going off onto my yard every friggin' day. I got balls hit in my yard. I got a video of a ball hit in my yard about last summer by a group of 4 guys from that big highest tee over there. That's about 155 yards. He landed it. You see that play set? It landed right in front of the pad on the play set. Now, from over there, and it was a young group. The group I exactly described. Guys punching over their weight. Young, strong, stupid golfers who maybe 1 out of 20 times can hit a ball straight or hit a ball where they want. Every shot's a miss. They all take 4 or 5 shots. I have to sit here and watch a foursome sometimes hit 12 shots from over there. From all these tees. The first thing they do is put one in the water, and the first thing they do is drop another one. They don't move up. They don't move up to this tee right here, the drop tee. No, they take another one out of their pocket and they go, let's see if we can take out another house or window. I got a solar panel right up there. If you look, well, I can't see it now because of where the angle is. I'm a little taller. But behind that post, there's a solar panel that's completely shattered. It's completely shattered. Now here, and I've said it in other videos, this is why the town of Buckeye won't make the golf course give the tee box back. That tee box right there, the front of it, is supposed to be a catch basin. It's supposed to be a ground wire. Anybody that knows electricity, you know how you have to have that big ground wire from the circuit breaker panel going to the ground? Guess what? That's the ground wire that ain't there. All the water in the rain stays up here and scorches the earth with water. Rain is like electricity. All the rain we get up in this up in this corner in a monsoon or a rain can't get out of here. It's trapped. It's trapped. It's supposed to be going through that catch basin down there. But we spent a lot of money and a lot of time stealing this thing 15 years ago. We paid for it fair and square. When Charlie Waters made the announcement in front of the board about 2 weeks after I got thrown in jail for 4 days for missing a court date, I had no clue that I never got served, but I got arrested for missing a court date that I never got served on. Anybody get that on the board? All you new board members that have been here within the last, maybe you got here and you had a meteoric type rise to the top, and you're on the board now, and you're fresh and brand new, and you have no clue of the history over here. This is the history. That tee box, there's a standalone legal document generated by Woody Scouten, the chief engineer, about 8 years ago, where he put on a legal document to the HOA that tee box right there is supposed to be a catch basin. He wrote up, he says, he wrote up the drain for being out of compliance. He wrote it up. He said everything's in danger. The water, you screwed up the corner. You took and filled in a drain, an emergency drain for the neighborhood parcel 12. You filled it up on purpose. And he sent that letter, and he said he immediately ordered them to restore the drain to the community plat map, the community grading map, the community utility map. On the community utility map for Sundance Active Adult that was drawn up probably 17 or 18 years ago up in North Scottsdale by an engineer, everything was done by the book. They threw the book away as soon as that plan got here. They threw the book away. The most expensive easement and drain that they were going to have to build on this golf course was Tract A over here. Okay, they did a shortcut, a skanky. Okay, the dictionary defines a skank. We used to use that term all the time when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, everybody was a skank. Every girl that you didn't like, she was a skank. So I looked up skank in the in the dictionary. You know what the dictionary defines skank as? Dishonest white trash. That's the definition of a skank. Dishonest white trash. I can't think of a more apropos statement for what's going on here